Logitech Keys to Go 2. After some improvements from the first gen, I argue this is the best portable keyboard you can get today. For starters, here's a quick rundown on the specs. Number 1, the weight. The Keys to Go 2 comes in at 222 grams. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the same weight as an iPhone with a case on. Number 2, connectivity. It can connect up to 3 devices, unlike the first gen where you could only connect to 1. Number 3, the keys. The Keys to Go 2 uses scissor keys with actual tactile feedback, whereas on the first gen, all the keys were covered under a rubbery fabric. It was quiet to type on, but I find it difficult to use for any long period of time. The second gen fixed that with a proper tactile feedback. And number 4 is the battery. The battery has 2 parts. One is the actual battery, and the second part is the battery life. So let's get to the actual battery first. So this one is interesting. The Keys to Go 2 runs on 2 CR2032 coin cell batteries instead of rechargeable batteries like the first gen. At first, it might sound like a downside, but I actually think it's an advantage because, when the battery runs out, you just swap it. The product will never die because of a degraded built-in battery. Also, one thing I only come to realize when I preparing for the video is that products using coin cell batteries are required by law to have secured battery compartments that either need a tool or at least 2 independent and simultaneous hand movements to open because they are choking hazard for children. See, if you don't know, now you know. So to replace the battery on this keyboard, you will need to keep a T5 screwdriver around. And second part is battery life. Logitech claims that with 2 coin cell batteries and 2 hours of daily typing, the device can last up to 3 years without changing the battery. See, even from the way they calculate its battery life, like 2 hours every day, it shows the keyboard is positioned as on-the-go keyboard instead of a heavy-duty desk keyboard that's supposed to use all day every day, right? It isn't built for that. Number 5, the cover. The Keys to Go 2 comes in with a protective cover this time around, so it just makes the whole to-go concept works better in real life. And last but not least, I just like to point out that the width of the keyboard lines up almost perfectly with the 11-inch iPad Pro. It's a small detail, but it just makes the whole setup look nicer. Now, in the interest of a fair review, I do want to acknowledge that this keyboard isn't for everyone. If you're looking for a daily desk keyboard, this isn't it. The typing experience is improved from the first gen, but the form factor is still compact and the overall build isn't designed for hours of continuous typing. For that, you would want something full-sized. And if you're someone who thinks better writing by hand, right, either with a pen or Apple Pencil, because there's actually research supporting that handwriting can aid retention and deeper processing. So if that's your workflow, a portable typing keyboard might not be the right tool for you. But here's my personal counterpoint, because during my time at school, there are so many people around me using Apple Pencil writing their notes. So my counterpoint to them was searchability. When I type my notes, I can search across everything I have ever written. I can pull up a note from 2 years ago and connect with what I wrote last week and build on it. There's a compounding effect to digital notes that handwriting just can't replicate, at least not easily. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to your workflow. If you prefer typing instead of writing and you like to be productive outside of a desk setup, right? This keyboard makes a very strong case. And here's something I noticed over the years. Without the keyboard, I default to consuming. Doom scrolling, mindless browsing, watching videos I didn't plan to watch. But the moment I have a keyboard in front of me, something shifts. I start generating, writing, drafting, thinking out loud through text. The keyboard almost acts as a trigger that tells my brain we are working now. So if you're someone who wants that same ability to think and create on the go, not just consume, this keyboard was basically made for you. But if you ask me, is this keyboard perfect? I would say no, far from it. It's still not going to give you the feel of a full-size keyboard, but for what it is, a portable keyboard that's designed to go everywhere with you, like Keys to Go, right? It does the job really well. Alright, that's the review. If you have used the keyboards or you're thinking picking one up, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you. Oh, before I go, let me leave you with a quick typing sound test of the Keys to Go 2 alongside with other keyboards I have around. So enjoy.